Spider-Man might be best known for web swinging, wall crawling, and always having a quip or two ready to annoy an enemy, but did you know that he's also a bit of a fashionista? That's why today we'll be counting down the top 10 most powerful Spider-Man suits. Coming in at number 10, we have the outfit of Spider-Man Noir. In an alternate version of the Marvel Universe in which Peter Parker was raised during the Great Depression of the 1930s, he wound up gaining his spider powers after breaking a spider totem that contained multiple magical spiders. Hiding his secret identity with a costume inspired by the pilot uniforms of World War I era bombers, just like his Uncle Ben had been, this suit came complete with holsters for the era-appropriate pistols that Spider-Man Noir was fond of carrying, alongside a brooding trench coat essential for any moody detective. Might not have any special abilities or extra protections for Peter, but hey, at least it makes him look pretty damn cool. Coming in at number 9, we have the Future Foundation costume. During a period of time in which the Fantastic Four had decided to expand and rebrand themselves into the white-wearing Future Foundation, Spider-Man was asked to join the main team of 4 following the apparent death of Johnny Storm. As part of this brief career change, Spidey began wearing the white Future Foundation outfit, which allowed him to easily change in and out of civilian clothing and showed that Spider-Man was a full-fledged uniform-wearing member of a superhero team for the first time. And while he'd eventually go back to his classic red and blue color scheme, it definitely was a striking change-up for the spectacular Spider-Man. Coming in at number 8, we have Spider-Man's stealth costume, aka the Big Time Suit. Following an intense battle with a new and improved Hobgoblin, Peter Parker knew he needed some upgrades if he wanted to take down his foe without too much injury. Given that he was working for Horizon Labs at the time, Peter wound up using their technology to create the black and green Big Time Stealth Suit, allowing himself to turn completely invisible to the naked eye and also be capable of surviving the Hobgoblin's sonic-based attacks. As a final benefit, this costume is also capable of repairing itself, able to mend its own fabric back together in a way that comes quite in handy given how often Spider-Man seems to get his mask half torn off his face. Coming in at number 7, we've got to go with the classic Spider-Man suit, aka the one you think of when you think of Spider-Man. Ever since he first upgraded from a wrestling outfit, Spider-Man has been best known for his iconic blue, red, and webbed costume design, and to this day it's still one of my personal favorite superhero costumes. While not possessing any extra powers or defenses by itself, the classic suit has always allowed Peter Parker to hide his identity behind a colorful and wisecracking mask, and seems to integrate well with both his web shooters and utility belt. And while there may be more powerful suits still to come on this list, I don't know if any of them could be quite this stylish. Coming in at number 6, we have the Spider Armor Mark III. Also known as the Anti-Sinister 6 armor, this suit was developed at the same time as the Big Time suit using Horizon Labs technology, but intended only to be used as a last resort, which, of course, it wound up having to be used because of Dr. Octopus's scheme to flood and destroy Manhattan. With built-in web shooters and an incredible amount of weaponry and defense protocols woven into the suit, the Mark III has countermeasures for every known member of the Sinister Six, which made Spider-Man powerful enough to lead the entire Avengers team in a final push to defeat Doc Ock's plan. Coming in at number 5, we have the Spider-Man suit of the year 2099. Unlike most of the suits on this list, this one was actually used by Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of the future, rather than Peter Parker, and thus has some unique features that Peter likely never even considered. Made of unstable molecule technology that prevents the fabric from ripping even when Miguel's spider talons are used, the suit also comes with a web-based cape that allows the Spider-Man of the future to glide alongside his usual swinging and wall crawling, and helping him more easily navigate the airborne traffic of the year 2099. Coming in at number 4, we have the Iron Spider costume. Developed by Tony Stark after Spider-Man had a particularly damaging run-in with the villain Morlun, the Iron Spider costume saw Peter Parker adopting a red and gold color scheme in the months leading up to Civil War. Much more heavily armed and defended than his usual outfit, the Iron Spider costume also came with 3 mechanical spider arms that Peter could use to reorient himself or attack an enemy during combat. that. And while Peter would eventually abandon this suit for his more traditional outfit following his decision to switch sides in Civil War, this costume continues to be a fan favorite as it continues to show up every now and then in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Coming in at number 3, we have the iconic Symbiote Suit, aka the being that would eventually become Venom. First introduced as just a new, darker costume for Spider-Man to wear as a bit of a change-up, the suit was eventually revealed to actually be an alien life form that had attached itself to Peter Parker. While he would eventually get rid of it due to this revelation and thus kickstart a decades-long rivalry with Venom, this suit did have its benefits for Peter's crime-fighting life. The symbiote made Peter much stronger than usual and even improved the quality of his webbing, all of which would unfortunately come back to haunt him once Venom was capable of wielding those powers as well. Coming in at number 2, we have the Fear Itself suit. Hailing from an event also known as Fear Itself, this epic story in the Marvel Universe saw the Asgardian god of fear known as Serpent attacking the Avengers. Made by Tony Stark as part of an assortment of upgrades meant to help the Avengers take on a literal god, Spider-Man's new suit took the design of his classic outfit but molded it out of Uru, the very same metal used to form Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. With this metal also forged into spider talons at the end of Peter's wrists, the Fear Itself suit is one of the strongest that Spidey has ever had made for him, only topped by a single instance that was a bit more than just a costume upgrade. That's right, coming in at our top spot, we have the outfit of Captain Universe as worn by our beloved Peter Parker. One of the oldest beings throughout the entire Marvel Universe is the Enigma Force, the representation of light that stands against the symbiote god Null and his forces of darkness. The Enigma Force would gift all of its strength to a champion chosen to represent its light, and on one particularly notable occasion, that champion was Spider-Man. Now capable of flight, shooting energy blasts from his hands, and being nearly indestructible, Spider-Man only wielded the power of Captain Universe for a short time in canon, but was still capable of defeating a massive Tri-Sentinel and accomplishing feats that the normal Peter Parker could scarcely dream of, ensuring that this costume is definitely the most powerful that Spider-Man has ever worn so far. That's all the time we have for today's list, so thank you all so much for watching. As always, I've been Josh Busker, and I'll see you all next time, Nerd Squad.